What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel and welcome to my dilemma. I'm going to bring you on a little ride today. So we got two bikes here that, I don't know, the last two and a half months I've been riding, and these are the two bikes I have the most fun on and I seem to ride the best. So I thought, you know what, why not bring these out today? I've been riding them all different kinds of tracks. We've had some rain in Southern California, so we're going to break down the Triumph TF450 RC edition. There's some stuff done to this. We'll get to that in a second. And as well as my tried and true 2024 YZ450 that there is a ton of stuff done. So I'm going to go ride. We're going to break down some lap times. And can a stock-ish, it's pretty stock besides suspension, can a stock bike compare to a well-built, couple-year deep, tested Yamaha YZ450? Will it even come close? Well, I feel like it can because I feel like I ride better on the Triumph, but we're going to put all this to tape today. We're going to tell you which one is better. I'm going to have my buddies out there. They're out riding right now. They're going to ride both of these and just do a little blind test for them, see which one they like better. And yeah, we'll break it all down for you here in a minute. And but in the meantime, enjoy some clips of the old turn track. We got couches. We got burned down chimneys and toilets. It's high des, baby. We'll be back. All right, so I've been talking a lot of trash on the Pulp Show and been saying, hey, I'm a little bit faster on this Triumph TF450 RC edition, which should be in dealers now. I know they're arriving last week or so, so you should see those in the dealers. But basically, all we've done to this bike right now is we have REP suspension, sprung and valved for my weight. It comes with a GET ECU already. There is going to be an unlocked GET for these engine tuners to be able to tune, so that will be available sometime mid-April. But right now, all that's done to it is we have some Renthal 839 fat bars, we have a G2 throttle tube, REP valve suspension, and I've been running VP Pro 6. Why? Because this bike needs a little bit more bottom end, more pickup, so putting some good fuel in helps that low-end RPM response, because this is a very linear, smooth motorcycle, which is the reason why I like it, but I could use a little bit more pickup. So we also did the old Jody. So it comes with a 1348. We have a 1349 on this bike to get a little bit more pickup between second and third. And that is all that's done to this Triumph. However, on the Yamaha side, there's quite a bit done. I've been complaining about the chassis being a little bit rigid in 2023 once we went to this new chassis. So FCP race cups, we have that. We have FCP engine mounts. We have KYB front forks and suspension rear shock that is valved for me. And also an Akrapovic muffler. We're running VPT4 and a Vortex ECU to make it a little bit smoother off the bottom. And also to kind of mellow it down a little bit for me off the bottom, we have a Bundy built flywheel weight that you can go back on my YouTube channel and check out. I tested that as well. So the goal for the Yamaha for me was to smooth it out, make it easier to ride. There is a lot of power within the YZ450F. I talked about it being like a fickle bitch. You know, she's really fun to hang out with and you love to hang out with her, but when it comes that time of the month, maybe she's a little bit mean. So this is what this thing is like for me. I love it. And then sometimes when I start to get a little bit tired deep in the moto, I'm struggling hard. So my goal for the Yamaha was just to make it easier to ride, make it a little bit more planted, less rigid feeling, AKA the FCP mounts and the race cups, as well as a friendlier engine, AKA the flywheel weight, the XPR tuned Vortex. As well, for me, the Akrapovic muffler smooths it out as well. So that is what's done to this. We still have the stock cable pull clutch. it's up to you guys if you like hydraulic or not. I'm neither here nor there on that. I like both, so that isn't a huge issue for me. We kept stock gearing, and yeah, we're gonna go ride these things, check the lap times, and just give you an insider's point of view of what I'm going through lately to kind of decide what I'm gonna race locally, because both of these are my favorite bikes, and look forward to breaking it all down for you here today.
The power is good.
It's seamless, huh?
Yeah, like you could do, this track's pretty tight. I think you do third gear the whole track. Just kind of, you know, you might have to hit the clutch a couple times for me, for my ability.
It's just easy to ride.
Yeah.
For me, like what you're saying, it has a lot of bottom end. To me, what I would like more is really like below 5,000, maybe 6,000 RPM, just a little bit more recovery.
Okay.
So, you know how like, I feel like the gas has a little bit more recovery, and then this thing obviously is too much.
Right.
So
yeah, I feel like this has more power than the gas for sure.
So on the dyno, we just had a dyno. This thing put up better numbers in the gas and the KTM.
Okay.
And better torque, and this thing was at almost 59 horse.
I believe it.
So.
Yeah, I believe the torque too, because it's you'd have to be forward, and
it's a deceiving power because it's so quiet, but it's so connected.
Like I had something envisioned in my mind because of what we talked about for the hours you've been riding. I'm like, okay, it's gonna KTM, it's gonna feel pretty linear on the bottom, and then it's gonna gradually pull. Hey, dude, I hit the throttle. I rolled all this. I think I hit it right here by this tree, and I was like, whoa, yeah, that's a little more than I expected.
It's just crazy because it's just so connected to the rear wheel.
Yeah. Like even on the gas, it has those same bars. They feel narrow. This feels like a 996 to me.
Yeah, the cockpit's nice, right?
So that's what I trip out on, is the ergonomics on these bikes. You could have the same handlebar. So you have an 839 and an 827. Those are two bars I run.
Yeah.
Some of those bars I can't run, like on the Cowie, I can't run an 839 on there. It feels too narrow. Okay. That bike feels narrow. 839 here feels good, feels comfortable. Yeah. So
I think it also the perception of the width of the bike versus the height from the front pivot to the mount.
Right.
Is where we feel that.
Yeah, there was something going on here on this bike, right? Or no, that was the KTM.
Yeah.
The fork to the something was different.
Yeah, so basically why they run a low bar KTM gas Husqvarna is because the height from the bar mount to the front axle pivot is longer. Okay. So they try to make a flatter, straighter bar for the consumer to make it more feel low.
Yeah.
Here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna set this up for you. So we're gonna get Eddie on his bike. He's gonna do 2 laps. We're gonna time it, Aiden and I.
Yep.
He's gonna get on the Triumph, do 2 laps. He had a little time on the Triumph already, so he's used to that. For those of you wondering why we're at a desert track here today, it rained in Southern California. I'm burned out on Glen Helen. I'm tired of shooting the same shit. So this is why we're here, and I think this is more fun. And actually, this is a really good track to test chassis, agility, engine. So that's the reason why we're here. 220 pounds of man meat.
Yep.
2025.5 MC450 gas factory edition. Aiden, what do you think?
Out of like who's gonna be fastest?
Who bitches more, Mom or Eddie?
Oh, Eddie for sure.
Right, exactly.
100% Eddie.
Yep. So is he gonna bitch about anything while he does it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he'll complain about some before he goes, which he's already started this morning.
Yep.
It's probably
it was too cold earlier.
Yeah, it was too cold.
We should hurry up and get this over with because he has stuff to do, which he doesn't. But
yep.
he's
he wants to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, have both of them go at the same time.
Which one will he be faster on?
I don't know, man, because he looks good on everything. So I don't really know.
Well, he's waffling. I'm not. I'm gonna say he's gonna be faster on the gas. That's my choice.
Oh.
A little dusty. 2 laps is gonna be a lot for Eddie, honestly. 2 sprint laps.
No, I don't think 2 laps. Then 2 laps will be fine.
Big man coming off the couch, doesn't ride much. The winner gets to take home this lovely decor, the high desert decor, which is the couch.
Yeah.
It's barely used. Even Facebook Marketplace couldn't have a couch like that. Ooh, I hear the rev limiter.
Ooh. Oh.
All right.
Don't say
We're not
it yet.
gonna
Don't
say.
say it. Don't say it yet.
Not gonna say that. Well, it doesn't really matter.
Well, I mean, don't say it anyways.
I don't even know what my lifetime is originally. So.
Yeah, here, let's get a little sneak peek here. So not only are we learning here today, we're also doing a rivalry, because Dave hates it when I create competition. He doesn't like it. But for me,
it's always a competition. Never just gonna go just ride. It's always, oh, look at his lap time. He's gonna beat you. I get it.
yes. All right, here we go. You think his heart rate's about 185?
Nah, it's like he's pushing.
He actually
T.
looks good.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say actually, he does ride good. Ooh. You think this lap is better or worse?
I'm gonna say worse.
Okay.
He doesn't sound as aggressive as he did first lap.
With this track, maybe it's not as...
Oh! Push
That track will
him.
do it to you.
Oh.
All right. Let's get it on record so we have it. Eddie, 223.7. Second lap, 225.7. So 2 seconds slower.
How do you feel after that?
How do we feel? You feel confident about yours?
Yeah, they were pretty good. I had that one bobble right there on that second lap.
That was
Yeah,
a
we
close
saw that.
bobble.
And I had on the first lap, I missed that inside there. I had to go kind of outside, but then I made it up in another part.
That rut will grab you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told you, I look at it instead of in front of it.
Yeah.
And you just look above
If
it.
you can just like come around that corner and then start lofting your front wheel over it and not even...
Sitting down or standing up?
I just sit down over it, yeah. This is what happens when Aiden's hurt. It looks really homely. He has sweats, some form of Birkenstock and socks. He's got a poncho underneath a jacket.
Yep.
Yeah,
This is like my everyday outfit.
It's like when
though.
a kid gets hurt and he really loves what he does and now he's lost.
It's lost.
This is what they do.
It's lost.
You're lost. You're lost without a dirt bike.
What was that song that you played when you were heartbroken? Is he playing that now?
Oh, dashboard
Nothing else
confession-
matters?
Oh, that yeah.
So close.
That
no
that
matter
is a
how
good point.
far.
That is technically what it has been since I got hurt.
You're
the
pretty
past-
emo?
Pretty emo, yeah. Nothing else matters. Like I don't do anything else. Nothing else matters at that
Well,
point.
he did get a job for a while because he's going to sit around the house. So.
I did get a job after a while, yes.
Look at the view of the snow-capped mountains and Dave Martinez riding right by him.
America's Heroes.
Here he is, Fireman Dave, everybody. There isn't a man out there that is as clean as Dave is with his truck and his motorcycle. I guarantee you that. It's gonna be close.
Do you think so?
I think Dave's feeling it today. Here he comes. Oh!
Yeah, yeah. Oh.
What do you got? Yep. Same.
Yeah.
So good, Aiden. Aiden's the official time. Now it's pretty close. I got a 227.34. Oh dang!
Yeah. All right, it's coming
This
back.
lap's gonna be better.
No, I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so. No, it's not. Actually,
It was better.
it was better. Oh!
What do you do?
It hits on there and fucking kick.
He did better, but official timer. Go ahead.
Don't say it, I don't want to know.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. To Dave's credit, Dave already knew Eddie was gonna be better, but it's pretty close.
How do you feel about that one, Blip?
Fucking feel good.
Dude, you look good right here.
That was ripping.
Yeah, that was nice.
The first lap for sure, I think was probably my fastest.
That was nice. You look good. Like
look
you're
good.
you see, that's what we want to see more of from you. See how you're
Yes.
getting into it? Like you were getting into it. That's a rare thing for David Martinez.
That's good.
Ah, dang it. No,
I'm being.
He's not wrong.
When I hear that
I'm
thing,
close in time.
yes, it was
Yes,
close.
you're close.
So you're getting into the meat of the powder.
Don't look at me.
Come on,
Did you win,
Buy
kid?
your baby.
I can't say anything, kid.
You think you're going home with that couch?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
You're going home. All right.
On my Yamaha, I think I am.
All right.
All right. He thinks he's going home with the couch.
Confidence.
We'll
We
see.
like it. We like it. It's about the same, actually. It doesn't look as good as on that bike.
I think he needs to give it a chance. Lap 1. Give him the info.
All right.
About the same.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right. Screenshot.
All right, you get Dave?
Yeah.
Here we go, Dave.
I'll just go over here.
Yeah. All right. I don't like their lines, by the way. I don't like how they're creating lines. I don't like it. It's too straight. We need to open up the corners more. He'll be worse on this bike for sure, I think.
Maybe.
I think it's just more of because they're just not used to the bike, right?
Probably. Where we at?
Oh,
Two,
way faster through there.
229.
Oh yeah. Oh. All right. Well, that's
He must have really messed up the first lap. 'Cause we got 229.
yeah.
but
There's
the second lap, 224. So that bests his Yamaha time. Before we tell you the times here, two things. Which bike do you felt was the fastest on, and do you think you beat Eddie's time?
I was fastest on the Yamaha. And I think I beat Eddie's time, I'm guessing. I don't know.
I felt better on the gas.
And do you feel like you beat Dave?
It's hard to say, man.
It's so good. He's usually good at sprints. The problem is my first couple laps on that thing, on my first lap, it was perfect.
Yeah.
I was flowing, so I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with Dave. Dave's best time was a 224.8, and that came on the Triumph.
Oh, shit.
yep.
Really?
The second best time for Dave, which was on a Yamaha,
Watch that door doing this.
I have that.
go ahead, Aiden.
Dave's best time was a 226.
You're kidding me.
You're almost 2 seconds faster on the Triumph.
Oh, on the Yamaha, he was a 226.
On the Yamaha, he was a 226.
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming, man. I didn't see it coming.
So
I did because I did not in that moto I didn't watch, but you just look more comfortable, like you can move the bike around.
That's crazy. I thought for sure. Anyway, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Ed, go ahead with Eddie.
Eddie's best time was on the gas, and that was a 223.
Dang.
We're right there.
So you're a second apart from each other, but you're more comfortable on your own bike. Dave seems to be faster on the Triumph.
Triumph, yeah. What was my time on the Triumph?
Your time on the Triumph was a 226.
Yeah.
So he was
3 seconds slower on the Triumph than the gas.
So it's weird how opposite you guys are, right? Like, so you're noticeably slower on the Triumph. We'll break all this down at the end here. So.
Always about, who's got the freaking shit. Remember that when at Glen Helen where I had to look face to face to each other?
Yep.
Okay.
That was a race.
That was at Glen Helen.
That's why I told him I don't want to do this because all the time when we do motos like this and we sprint against each other, I always end up on my head. So
You didn't today.
Hey,
And
I almost did right there.
you have a really good sprint speed. So I knew that was gonna take place, but I thought for sure those first steps on the YZ, dude, I'm like, I'm flowing. Everything was perfect. I'm like, okay, I got it for sure.
I'm be honest
Damn
with you
it.
though, that's a lot of bike for out here.
It
for
is.
This for how tight
It is. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to.
And I had a scoop on the back, but that's
Yeah.
fine. That didn't really cause anything.
17. I'm gonna say 16 seconds on the Yamaha, and what did I say? 18 on the Triumph.
Yeah.
Faster than our time. Look at how fast he goes through that compared to us.
Dang, dude.
Like
We're
that.
like-
that's probably 3 seconds right there.
Oh, easy. Watch it get.
I bet you if we did a segment time from that bush to here, you're faster than me through that segment.
So, I don't know.
14.
That's so sketch.
He did 2:14, so 10 seconds.
Okay, well.
So you were closer. He said 2:12.
Show 'em this.
So he was 2:12 earlier.
Oh, okay.
High 2:12.
Oh,
so
okay,
it's probably
okay.
2.5 seconds off.
All right, let's do this. Pretty hard to tell right here, but see how the bikes just stay straighter, it seems like?
Yeah. I felt like he went through that section faster.
Yeah,
This is where he'll gain a lot through like all this
the
tight
tight stuff,
switchback. Yeah.
for sure. That's the part that works better for me.
That's not good.
That's a good.
That's a deal breaker.
Yeah. Better hope that second lap's better. Faster. I thought his other one was a 12 something, 12.9. The stuff I bought ain't yours. I have almost $1,500 into that bike. My own money. Yeah, I can, no problem. 13?
Same.
Same time without the mistake?
Don't know
It would be
ropes.
so cool if you had a tractor though and you came out here.
Yamaha first. Your fastest was a 2:13.9.
Okay.
Triumph, 2:13.4.
So yeah,
Five.
half a second. That's it.
Shocking.
Yeah.
It's actually not because the track's really tough.
Yeah, you can't push in.
So like for me, the 0.5 second. What was my worst time on the Triumph?
You're
Same. It was almost the same even when you had that bobble.
Worst time was a 2:13.7, and your worst time on the Yamaha was a 2:15.
Yeah. So the difference for me is for the Yamaha and the Triumph is those first 2 laps in the Yamaha, I got arm pump.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a lot of bike to hold on to.
Yeah, I did too.
And then when I get on the Triumph, I feel like it's not as much bike to hold on to besides the mid-range. Once it hits the mid-range, dude, it takes off.
Yeah, I know. It's Yamaha for sure.
So for me, but I can control the bike underneath me more because I feel like there's a little bit more damping feeling within the frame.
Okay, so we did the rundown on the Yamaha, what's done to the Yamaha and the Triumph. Again, lots of stuff done on the YZ450, FCP mounts, race cups, a Akrapovic muffler, Vortex ECU by XPR, suspension. Enzo has a spec. I preferred the PSF1, so I'm on a PSF1 spec, and that's rear shock is done as well. Stock linkage and 839 Renthal handlebars. I'm on a cable clutch. That is, and a flywheel weight. So that is the basis of what I like on the Yamaha. The Yamaha, I need more traction. I would like a little bit more straight line stability and try to get less rigidity. On the Triumph, we added a tooth. We have revalved REP suspension, and we have 839 handlebars. I have a G2 throttle that's to a KTM black throttle cam because I feel like the Triumph pull is very long. And that's it. We have a gripper gut seat cover, stock engine, stock muffler, VP Pro 6 fuel. Dave, can you remember all the shit that's done to your bike?
engineering clamps,
23.5s.
23.5s, FCP motor mounts. Ryan did my suspension, Pro Circuit exhaust.
Ryan, okay, it's a little underground action, but we got it.
Yes. Yeah, I forgot his last.
Ryan, hey everybody, Ryan suspension. Ryan's bump sticks.
At Pro Circuit exhaust, and I think
We're on a stock ECU.
stock.
What map are we on?
Whatever, one of your maps.
Keefer exciting.
Probably that. Yep. I keep this. I run the same one.
I can't keep up with your handlebar game. What are we at the handlebars?
It's the same ones that Sexton uses. What band are those?
He's on 827 fat bar
That's it.
and full waffle,
No, half waffle.
and that's it.
That's it.
No race cups.
Nope.
Okay, I think Dave needs race cups, but that's what's done to the 3 bikes. We created this video obviously to have some fun, but also this is real life for me. I've been doing this at several tracks the last couple of months. I've been taking my Yamaha, been taking the Triumph out, and just seeing where I am on lap times. And consistently, I've been a second to a second and a half on other tracks, and I wanted to come out here and say, you know what, this time I'm going to bring a video camera and just document the process of what we do. And this is probably as close to real life as you're going to get. We got Eddie, we got David. This is what we do all the time. So there's shit talking, lap times, motos. That pretty much sums up our day. So the Triumph TF450 RC Edition is a new bike. It's just now in dealerships, and I'll just start with this. Yes, I do test for Triumph, so if you guys want to take this with a grain of salt, no problem, I understand. But I'm sure these guys will attest to you that I'm not sitting here trying to sell you on a bike. Basically, I'm just going through the process of what I do and just relaying that back to you guys. So to say that I am faster on the Triumph doesn't mean the Yamaha isn't good. To me, I love a Yamaha, and that's all I've been racing the last few years. When I choose to race, I race the YZ450. So I'm looking for something in the world of a 450 of a more of a comfort chassis. I need a little bit more comfort, less rigidity, and it's just more of a smoother style power. Look, KTM, Gas, Husqvarna has that type of power that I like, but also has a stiff nature chassis feel. So for me, the Triumph is a blend of a Yamaha and a KTM. I have the old comfort of an old 2022 Yamaha with that nice linear feel of a KTM. I'm sure Eddie will say something different. We'll give him the mic here in a minute. But for me, the Triumph's just easier for me to ride. I was a half a second faster today on the Triumph than the Yamaha, which isn't nothing. And some of you guys will not care about that. But for me, when I go racing, I do care about that. And I want a bike that I can race for 20 minutes and not get as tired. Look, I'm going to get tired. I'm old, right? But I want something that I can last as long as I can. So for me, the Triumph does provide that. So David, how much money have you spent on your Yamaha?
Easy, probably $2,000 getting it to where it is today.
Stop it. You got more than $2,000 on that bike.
Yeah, that's, well,
I mean, you got a $1,500 muffler.
but that's thanks to you.
Right.
I didn't pay for that, but out of my own pocket was probably about $2,000.
So his fastest was a 226 on his Yamaha, and I'm sorry, on the Yamaha was a 226, and then on the Triumph was a 224. So you're 2 seconds faster.
Yeah.
What do we feel about that's a stock bike with just valve suspension?
I'm honestly kind of bummed. I didn't see that coming because felt I did 2 sprints in the Yamaha. My first sprint, and I perfect every corner. I'm like, I got Eddie for sure. I'm riding really good. I didn't see it coming. I couldn't believe 2 seconds. Then I got on the Triumph, the straight line stability. I could notice it right off the bat. But that's where I guess I got 2 seconds faster. I just I'm kind of blown away, honestly, by it.
Eddie, I'll give you the mic so you can rip because you can talk. So you like the gas over the Triumph, and because you're saying the Triumph is actually too fast, which crazy because I feel like the Triumph can use more recovery, some more low end because it's very smooth, but you say otherwise.
Yeah, well, for me, it's second nature for you guys because both of you guys are coming off a Yamaha, which is widely known as the most horsepower in the industry, right? So you come off that, you're kind of used to the way that hit is and that power delivery is. The Yamaha is still faster. I don't even need to ride it because I rode it before. I know the Yamaha is still faster, but I was pretty shocked when I got on the Triumph and rode earlier today before we did the lap times. I was kind of blown away, to be honest with you, because of some of your feedback and your comments on it and what you're looking for. I'm like, okay, well, I know what the Yamaha feels like because I rode that, and I know what he's asking for out of his Triumph now. So I didn't expect it at all. It blew my mind. So is it a bad thing? No, it wasn't a bad thing for me. But look at the bikes that I've come off in the last year and a half. I'm on the gas right now. Pretty mellow, easy to get into the throttle. It has a lot of power. It's not slow by any means. I'm on a Kawasaki 450, which is a bike I prefer to ride, which is done up to the hill. That's got ECU and everything. So that bike also has the kind of same engine characteristics as KTM. So when I get on something that's Yamaha-esque, that's why it makes me go, whoa, this thing has a lot of power. That's not what hurt me, I think, at my lap times. More me as, obviously, I'm a bigger guy. So you'll see in the videos, there's a lot of high-speed sections where you got to go through some holes here and there. And I just didn't have the comfort to just lean back and go through that. You guys are pretty close in weight, so it feels probably similar for both of you guys. You can trust the suspension a little more. I've gotten to the point where I feel comfortable being uncomfortable on suspensions because I do a lot of this testing. I ride a lot of bikes. Like the Gas has suspension on it that's set up for you, and I've been riding it. So I get comfortable kind of being uncomfortable, if that makes sense. So I can push the bikes a little bit, but the Triumph, there's a couple spots I had to back down just a little bit because I didn't want to go over the bars or, catch myself swapping or whatever. So, but yeah, the Gas for me, on this condition, this track, the way it's set up, tight in and out of corners, I just felt like I could maneuver the bike a lot. The power was a lot easier to use. Chassis-wise, I think we'll go into that later, but yeah, that's mine.
So for me, I'm going to give you guys a couple categories just to give the people at home watching this, like which one is better. And we'll start with you, Dave, for the Yamaha. I'm just going to give you a category. Which one do you prefer chassis?
Triumph.
Why?
Straight line stability. The bike, going into rough corners, the bike stays straight, and it's easier for me to ride that way.
Chassis for you, gas, or Triumph?
Triumph for sure. Yeah.
Why?
It agreed with what Dave said, but it's just more, I don't want to use flickable, but you feel like the bike's super light. Like you can change direction really quick with that bike. It stays underneath you very well. So I like how playful and lively the chassis is, where I could only imagine comparing that to the Yamaha I used to ride, but comparing it to the gas, that chassis made huge leaps and bounds from where they came from recently, but I still think the Triumph's just a little more direct.
Obviously, for me, chassis is better on the Triumph, just more comfort. Bump touch is better, less rigidity feeling. I think when you're loading the Triumph, it does have a little bit of wiggle. It's similar to a Yamaha, but on throttle, the comfort is better on the Triumph for me than the Yamaha. On throttle, the whole Yamaha feels light. It always seems to want hunt and peck and move around, and on throttle, the Triumph doesn't do that. So that's why I would lean my way towards that. And again, we're talking about a fully modified. Mine has all these things on it, and I'm trying to band-aid some of the chassis features that I want to improve. Unlike a 2022, it was bigger, heavier, more planted feeling. I like that. Some of you guys want a better cornering YZ, and that is what a 23 and up YZ450F is. Now, engine feeling, overall delivery, just the engine package, which one do you prefer?
Probably the YZ, just because it has a little more response off the bottom.
Yep.
That's the only real difference, and I like it. I'm so used to it, I kind of like it. Where the Triumph is a little bit sluggish just off the bottom, not quite as hard hitting, but we could probably fix that with the ECU. But I'd say Yamaha right now.
Also, too, for me, to add a little bit, I mentioned this earlier, to add a little bit of bottom end, I put Pro 6 VP in the Triumph just to get some more snap. Eddie was saying it's pretty touchy, so I was telling Eddie that maybe we could just run straight pump gas in that, and that would take some of that touchiness off.
Yeah, I mean, so there's two variables to this. Are we talking about 2-lap sprints? If we're talking about 2-lap sprints, I'm fine on the Triumph with the way the power is. Now, do a 20-minute motor out here? No, I'm taking the gas all day over that. That bike would wear me out for how much it has in it. But the power is good. There's no knock to it. I think it's just a tick. I agree with both of you. It's just a tick under the Yamaha that makes it a little bit easier to ride. Vec guys, I don't really see the need to have any more power than that with the way the chassis set up and how good you can roll your corners. I could use third gear out here a couple times. Some of these sweeping corners I could. Tight stuff, no, you can't. Where the Yamaha, I know you guys can. So, but the gas, I'm not using no, third gear on that thing either. So I think motor for sprint laps, I'm taking the Triumph. Motor for motos, I'm taking the gas.
Yeah, see, I feel like I'm just better on the Triumph just because I can charge harder and just get around the track better. So, again, look, this isn't an apples to apples video. I know that the Yamaha has a bunch of work done to it, but that is how I like my Yamaha. I feel like this is the best version of a Yamaha that I've had, and this is why I brought it along, because this is my baseline bike. If I can make a bike better than this, then I know I'm going to enjoy this motorcycle. And it's been a long time. I was going to bring the Kawasaki KX450 into this, but since it has a stop sale, I don't want to bring that in here right now, just because until that gets resolved, maybe we'll revisit this again with the Kawasaki. But I do really like the KX450. But right now, these are the two bikes that I seem to gravitate towards if I don't have to go test or just have to go do anything. I want to go ride, put some motos in. These are the two bikes. So that is the reason why we brought this Yamaha that's fully built, because I know the comments are going to be like, oh, it's not an apples to apples, a stock Triumph, it's a built Yamaha. Look at it. Oh, here we go.
So my rebuttal to that is this is the best of all three of the bikes. This is the best way to ride a gas. We took the air fork off, right? Everyone knows it's not.
Yeah, we didn't mention that. That's our fault.
Yeah, so there's no air fork. It has a KYB conversion kit on. It's got a track shock. We made these three bikes. Dave's bike is the best for him, the way he likes it. Your Yamaha, your Triumph. It's not the Triumph stock, because
what I can do right now.
You wanted it to be stock. This is what you have to offer, and this is the best comfort for you out of the Triumph. So we didn't take a stock bike and match it up because it's two works editions. We took the three best ways that they were set up. Your Yamaha, his Yamaha, and my gas that were the best that you would do if you bought this bike.
Right. Yeah, so for me, there is a lot to be said with a stock motorcycle, not just the Triumph. If you have a stock motorcycle that fits your riding style, for me, I like a smoother engine. I like to push a little bit more on a 450. I want to have connection. Triumph has that for me. And the Yamaha has a package that I love about the engine, but also gets me in trouble late into a moto. So it's tough for me to decide. But for me, lately, Triumph did a good job as far as creating a motorcycle that's pretty balanced and then also has a nice, easy to ride engine. So I think it's going to be I don't think it's going to win shootouts quite yet, but I think it's really good first year motorcycle. So looking forward to next year to see what it does in the shootouts as well. I heard there's a new Yamaha coming, so that will be interesting as well. So yeah, it should be good for next year's shootout. All right, so we're going to wrap this thing up. I'm going to end this by saying, and Aiden was in us on this as well, I think Dave looks better on the Triumph. Eddie?
I agree. And I'm not trying to sell him a bike or anything. I can sit here with my own eyes. We've been riding together for multi-years now. I just think the bike fit him a little bit better. I think he looks like he fits on the bike better, and he just looked more comfortable to kind of let it go. So I kind of put it in my head like, man, how much better would it be if it was set up for him, the way he likes it, his bars, his grips, his controls. I think, and I'm not knocking the Yamaha. He's been on for 2 years and he's done great on it. Made Lorettos on it and everything, so he's done good on it. I just think longevities and motos and periods.
Motos and periods,
like the period of periods of time. In the past, I haven't been riding as much. Dave's been riding more, but our time gaps and sprint speeds have been way further than what they are now.
That's true.
So he closed the gap pretty good. So that to me speaks volumes in my eyes. I don't race anymore. He still is racing here and there. So I think the Triumph's a good fit for him.
To add to Eddie's point, which is crazy because I did 226 on my YZ and I felt great. And I was 2 seconds a lot faster on the Triumph. And Eddie was I'm still a second off his pace. Yeah. That's crazy. And I have been riding more than Eddie, so you got to give him a little bit. He's as good. He's always been a better sprinter for sure. But
yeah, I think Eddie looks better on the gas. Honestly, when I watch him ride, he just looks like it fits him better. For me, I guess it's a question for you guys. What do I look better on, a Yamaha or a Triumph?
The Triumph. I mean, you look good on both, but honestly, some of these corners you're coming in a little faster on the Triumph because it seems like it's just better stability. Looks like to me.
Yeah, I think the high-speed stuff, like this first thing I noticed, this section here in front of us, you'll see in the camera, it was pretty mind-boggling. Like for us, you watch Dave go it, Dave watched me go through it, then we just watch you lean back and like it's not like there's not a ravine here or anything. So, obviously you look good on both bikes. I'm not gonna blow smoke. Like you've been on the Yamaha, you love that bike. I think if we're racing and we had to see like, hey, what do I look like at the 15-minute mark? You're gonna look better on the Triumph.
Yeah, and that's how I feel. I feel I can last longer on a bike. That's what I'm looking for currently right now. And some of you guys don't care about lap times. I get it, but it's about what you feel most comfortable on a motorcycle. A lot of you guys don't have the option to go try all these different motorcycles. So it's one of the reasons why we wanted to bring just real world dudes along with me today and just be like, hey, he has all this work done to his bike. He likes to ride his Kawasaki and his gas, and to kind of see where that Triumph is, because honestly, it's going to be a new bike and a lot of people want to know about it. So more of a fun informational video and see where that Triumph's at. They're at the dealership now. Obviously, if you want to learn more about the Yamaha, there's tons of stuff on my website. You can go to keeferinctesting.com. If you have any questions about the Triumph or the Yamaha, you can always hit me up, Kris at keeferinctesting.com, or Eddie's got an email as well, EDDIE at keeferinctesting.com. If you want to know about gas, Kawasaki, mechanics, RC cars, HVAC, whatever. He knows a lot more shit than I do. So hit him with an email or two, You don't have an email.
He's better than me, I guess.
He's got a real job. He's a fireman, so he's saving lives while I'm typing and writing. So thanks for joining me. As always, subscribe, like, all that shit that everyone says. We don't really care if you do or not. We just like you watching our videos. But thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on the next fun video. Thank you to Kellen for doing this.
Yep.
See ya.